So today we have a different video, Christian Walsh, Coldwell Banker Wire Associates. Today we're going to talk about a form I created for rent forbearance due to COVID-19. Now an important first point is I can't give legal or tax advice, so I recommend you run this by the appropriate professional, but this will give you a good draft, something you can use to start with. It is based on Microsoft Word, so it's fully customizable. When it comes time to sign, you're going to want to save this as a PDF when you're done editing. So this is rent forbearance due to COVID-19. You're going to want to put today's date, landlord name, tenants' names, the address for the rental go here. It's important to include the monthly rent amount and the current security deposit. Then down here, due to COVID-19, the tenants have demonstrated or will demonstrate. So it's actually not required that they have to demonstrate, that a tenant has to demonstrate with the verifiable documentation until actually when they start paying back the back rent. So just an important point. Delete any of the following that doesn't apply. I have the full forbearance. That would be a case where a landlord is basically not going to get any rent. And I have here for the months of. So it could be for April and May, June, any number of months. Same thing with partial forbearance. So in this case, the landlord agrees to accept X number of dollars. So that would be something less than the full rent. And again, the same thing for the number of months. Number 3 is related to the deposit. There's no reason the landlord can't use some of the deposit money to help offset the back rent that's owed. Just important to note, the new security deposit will be X. So whatever's subtracted, make sure you mention what the new security deposit is. So down here, total amount of rent in forbearance. So this helps us calculate the amount of rent that's going to be back rent. So what you do is you put in the rent that's not paid now, that's going to be paid later. So to put some numbers, let's say the monthly rent's $1,500, the tenant's going to pay $750. We're going to do this for 2 months. So right here, the tenant will be behind $1,500 in that example. So if you're going to use any of the deposit, you would put that in there. So let's say that $500 from their deposit will go towards there. So then we would take the $1,500 minus $500, and that would be the total rent in forbearance of $1,000. That would be the back rent owed. So the next section is the schedule for repayment. So the tenant is going to pay back the landlord starting in the month of X. So I recommend trying to negotiate that right now, and obviously you can adjust it if things change. But let's just say June that will start. So again, we're going to reiterate the total back rent owed, which is the same from this line right here. And the repayment of the back rent will be split over X months. So the Irvine Company, for example, one of the largest property owners and property managers in Orange County, they're giving their tenants 6 months. So you'd put in however many months you're going to give them to pay that back. So from those numbers, we can figure out how much per month will be paid back. So just to keep the math easy, we'll go up here, it was $1,000, and the rent will be split over 5 months. So the tenant will pay an additional $200 per month in our example. That will be paid, and that would be in addition to whatever their current rent is for the month. So it was $1,500. So then starting in June, they would be paying $200 plus $1,500, so $1,700, and that would get the property owner, the landlord, paid back. Any notes would go here, anything special to write down, and then we want everybody to sign it. So landlord or property manager sign here, and the tenant sign here and date it. So this is a simple form. Again, I can't give legal or tax advice, but this is a start that you can use. And I am highly recommending that you definitely document this once it's negotiated. And you can always redo this if we get into future months and there is still a reason to do the rent forbearance. You can always revise it. Oh, a couple of other important things. The forbearance agreement does not relieve the tenant of the liability for unpaid rent. So again, you as the tenant, you're going to owe this money. And all of the terms of the lease or rental agreement stay the same. So definitely remember that. This is only related to COVID-19 rental for forbearance. All right, so I hope this helps. Christian Walsh, Coldwell Banker Ware Associates. Give me a ring at 949-677-3466 if you have any questions. To get this form, you can direct message us. I'm going to put a link in with this video post so you can download it and you can fully customize it, make any changes you want. All right, so we're hoping this helps. We'll keep more content coming your way.